8, 7, 6.
Hello everyone and welcome to Globe Check.
The show that takes you around the world.
To new places every week. So where are we off to this week, I wonder?
Well Stuart, today we're off to New Zealand.
New Zealand? Where's that?
You don't know? Well, let's find out.
New Zealand is made up of 3 main islands on the edge of the Pacific Ocean, southeast of Australia. That's just below and to the right a bit, like on the map. You have the North Island, the South Island and one much smaller island at the bottom.
Yeah, its capital is called Wellington and it's all the way on the other side of the earth. It's roughly 11,500 miles away from the UK.
Might take a while to get there then.
Oh, 24 hours at least. That's a whole day.
Did you guys know that the smaller island that Lucy just mentioned is in fact called the Stewart Island? Stewart, like me.
Don't get too excited Stuart, it wasn't named after you.
Yeah, sorry Stuart. Now, New Zealand has a similar sized landmass to us here in the UK. However, there are only around 4 million people living here, and that's compared to 60 million people living here.
It's a lot less, I bet it's a lot less crowded.
Now, one of the main things that New Zealand has that we don't in the UK are volcanoes. There are a total of 6 volcanoes, 5 on the North Island and 1 offshore in the Camera Islands that help make up the country.
But how do volcanoes work, Stuart?
It's got a lot to do with time and pressure. What we see of volcanoes is nothing compared to what we can't see. Millions of years ago, the Earth used to be covered in volcanoes. A lot of smaller islands today have been formed due to volcanic eruptions.
So what happens when a volcano erupts?
I'm glad you've asked, Lucy. If I show you the volcano we have here, beneath volcanoes, under the ground, there are large lakes of lava. Basically, superheated rocks melted down. Now, when these lakes fill up, pressure builds and builds until there's no room for the lava to go. It has to force its way to the surface, resulting in a volcanic eruption. At the end of the show, we're going to be showing you how to make your very own volcanic eruption. But first, we're going to show you how to make your very own volcano. First, you'll need some scissors, some newspaper, some PVA glue, a bottle and a large piece of cardboard. Right, first of all, you need to grab your scissors, and it's best to get a parent or an older brother or sister to help you with this, because scissors can be very sharp and very dangerous. You need to make a small hole at the top of the bottle, and using that you need to cut the top of the bottle off, like so. Right, then you place that in the middle of your cardboard, and using some sellotape or some masking tape, whichever one you want to use, either will work, you stick the bottom of the bottle to the middle of the cardboard. Now, it's best to do this all the way around just to make sure it's nice and secure. Like so, there we go. Right, next you need to grab your newspaper and start to rip off loads of small little balls of newspaper. Now, you're going to need a lot of these, so it's best to get some friends to help if you need to. Then you stick them in the glue and you start to stick them round the base of the bottle. Now, you do this again and again until layers start to build up and make a volcanic dome, like so. Next, you get strips of newspaper, you dip them in the PVA glue, and you start to stick them to the balls, like so. Again, you have to do this all the way around. You can even do a couple of layers if you want to, just to make sure it's nice and secure. To add more strength at the end, basically just paint the whole volcano in PVA glue. When it's dry, get your friends over and just paint it any colour you like.
Well, wow, thank you, Stuart, there. Now, New Zealand is well known for its sport, mainly its rugby team, the All Blacks. Now, if you've ever seen the All Blacks play, you'll have noticed that they perform a strange kind of dance before the game. This is a very specific dance that has struck fear into the hearts of many of the opposition, including their fiercest rivals, the Australians. It is a very technical dance that requires a lot of collaboration, and as it uses all limbs, arms, body and faces to create the fiercest of motions. Some teams tried to mimic them, but none have been quite as fearsome as the All Blacks. Now, if you didn't know this already, this dance is called the haka, and it was originally used by the Maori, who are the native people of New Zealand. They used it as a war cry to try and frighten the opponents. Today, however, they use it to try and frighten the other team.
You know how to do the haka, don't you, Ben?
Oh, well, yes, Lucy, I do.
Do you think you can show us how it's done?
Of course. Now, you guys can do this at home as well, but make sure you've got enough room so you're not knocking anything over. Okay, so we'll start like this. Get your knees nice and bent, get a bit of spring going in there. Okay, and we're going to start with our arms like so. And then we're going into the knee, so it's humbare, humbare, kumbare, kumbare, ah, kilo, kilo. Oh, dude, guys, come on.
Sorry, all right.
All right, we'll get Stuart and Lucy here to help us out.
Let's give this a go.
Come on, let's do this properly.
Right.
Okay. So try very slowly, take it step by step the first time. So, knees nice and bent, remember? Start like this, and to the legs. Humbare, sumbare, chest, humba, kindora. Arms in the air, ha! And then cross your arms. Kilo, kilo. Now for the second time, let's try and speed it up. Timbara, kidora, himosa, para, kida, kida. Bringing the arms to the side. Yi, do, ah!
Oh, great.
That was great fun. If you think you can do the haka, then send your videos to dothehaka@globetrip.com for your chance to win a toy kiwi.
Hang on, Lucy. Why would anyone want a toy fruit?
Not the fruit, Stuart, the bird.
The
What?
Honestly, guys, don't you know about the kiwi bird?
You're going to have to tell us more about it.
Well, New Zealand is home to a wide range of wildlife, such as many types of dolphins, bats and frogs. One animal in particular has become the unofficial mascot of the country, the kiwi bird. The kiwi bird is the native bird of the island. If you heard its call, you would hear a kiwi sound, hence its name.
Kiwi, kiwi.
Guys, stop, you're doing it all wrong. It sounds like this. Despite it being a bird, the kiwi can't actually fly. It has hairs covering its small body, not feathers like other birds. It uses its long thin beak to gather up insects and fruit for its food. They have lived in New Zealand since before humans settled here.
Wait, so that means it's their island, really?
How can a bird own a country?
Excuse me.
Sorry, Lucy.
That's better. Now the kiwi makes up for its lack of flight with its amazing sense of smell and its speed. That's how it catches its food. Sadly, due to deforestation and illegal hunting, the kiwi bird is endangered. 80 years ago, there were around 5 million kiwis in the wild. Today, however, that number has sadly fallen to around 50-60 left in the wild.
Wow, what a shame that is. So what's the weather like in New Zealand then, Lucy?
Well, the climate in New Zealand is very different, depending on what island you're living in. I'll just get my map to show you.
Oh?
Ah.
The temperature in the North Island here, which is the one with the most active volcanoes, varies between 16 and 20 degrees Celsius, which isn't so different from ours. Although, unlike Britain, the warmest months are January and February, and their coldest is July.
Wait, so no snow at Christmas?
Actually, there's rarely any snow in New Zealand, except in the South Island here, where all the mountains are caked with snow. It's much colder here, with temperatures around 4 to 10 degrees.
Whoa, that is quite cold, that is, 4 to 10. For any information on today's topics, including how you can help save the kiwi, go to the Globetrip website and click on the kiwi link. There you can help see how you can save them.
Yes, please do. And another thing, of course, that New Zealand has become very, very famous for over the last few years is being the set of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
That's right. It's also set for the upcoming film The Hobbit, which we have a short clip to show you.
I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure.
I can't just go running off into the blue. I am a Baggins. Wait! Of Bag End.
Bilbo, allow me to introduce Fili, Kili, Oin, Loin, Darlin, Balin, Biffa, Bofa, Bomba, Nori, Ori, and the leader of our company, Thorin Oakenshield.
Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, the pines were roaring on the high.
Wow, that looks really good. I'm going to go buy my ticket now.
You'll have to wait until later this year, Stu, so keep an eye out.
What was that?
Well, guys, I believe that sound means it's time for us to show the guys back home how to make their very own erupting volcano!
Yes, here we go. Right, come on.
Right, so let's head over here to our previously constructed volcano, as we showed you earlier, by my beautiful two co-stars here. All right, now you've got your bicarbonate of soda. You've also got your vinegar. A few safety precautions I'd like to run through with you before we start is make sure you have a mat down because it could get quite messy. Make sure you're wearing goggles because it could be going in your eyes and we don't want any blindness going around. Also, I know we say it all the time, but please make sure you have a parent or a guardian with you because just to supervise things, make sure you're all okay. And another thing, may sound a little bit silly, but don't eat any of the ingredients. Bicarbonate of soda, it's used in cakes and muffins, but don't taste it by its own, it can be harmful to your health. And vinegar, tastes nice on your chips, but not so good on its own. Okay, so, guess without further ado, shall we get started?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Okay. So I'm opening the bicarbonate of soda. Opening it up.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I'm
very
nervous.
excited.
I'm wondering what's going to happen.
It's all right, it's all right.
Right, so we're going to sprinkle that in first. Probably going to use about a quarter of this, about 25 grams.
Here we go.
And here it
The moment
comes.
we've all been waiting for.
Here it comes, here it comes.
Oh,
Oh,
there it is. Oh, see, I told you I told you how it works. That's how it works.
That's exactly what you said.
Great, that's great.
And before we go, there's just enough time to announce the winner of last week's French competition for knowing what city the Eiffel Tower is in. The answer, of course, Paris. Well done, Morgan Clegg.
Your Globe Trek t-shirt is on the way to you now. Well done, Morgan.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week's show, folks.
Join us next time where we'll be globe trekking to South Africa.
Until then, happy trekking!
Bye!
Bye!
It worked! It worked! It wasn't. I've literally used the whole bottle.
Absolutely